Let me tell you about the surface of water. 1983, Manila. A young woman heard the gospel and gave her life to Jesus. That day, a tiny pebble was dropped into the surface of still water, and nothing was ever the same. As she came to know the Lord more and more, she prayed more earnestly that her husband would know him too. After months of waiting, he finally surrendered his life to the Lord. The tiny pebble caused a ripple effect, and the ring began to expand. They passionately shared the gospel with everyone they knew. Their children, parents, siblings, and relatives all came to the saving knowledge of Jesus. After a few years, along with their extended families, they migrated to Sydney. The ripples had reached new shores. Forming a Bible study, they continued to invite neighbors, workmates, school friends, people in the streets, bus stops, and train stations. The ripples multiplied as one life echoed another. Their small apartments could no longer hold the people that were coming to hear the good news. The gathering became a congregation, a church. The ripples have gained momentum and was becoming a wave, rising and deepening as it pushed into the unknown. Moving to Western Sydney, they continued to proclaim the gospel through the shifting winds of change. As the cultural landscape changed, so did the church, adapting and discerning. Decades saw the inevitable passing of generations. Today, the new and young rising up to take their place, spreading that same gospel as the wave continues to grow. We do not know how or where this wave will end, but we know it is still expanding. Mother Teresa once said, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples." On our own, we are nothing. A tiny church like countless others. But if we can only see through the panoramic view of God's plan for the universe, WSCC is a small ripple in a great global tide, a salvation tide that began from the creation of the world, rippling across cultures and continents through persecution and even martyrdom, spreading throughout the whole earth from eternity to this present moment. The gospel has rippled across all of history, so that it might find its way to you. So as we look around the room this morning, may we never forget what we are part of. For look what God can do with a tiny pebble. And to anyone who is yet to know Jesus, we invite you to wade in the water of this blessed tide. Drink deeply, quench your thirst, find life. Happy anniversary, West Sydney Community Church.